All right, so we'll continue for the people watching this. By the way, I'm in the middle of a podcast. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now, and these will be posted in my YouTube channel. So all of you, if you're watching this or if you're listening to this on, on your podcast application that you use, you're more than welcome to go to YouTube, and the channel is Isaac Dueñas. And yeah, if you put Isaac Dueñas even in Google, you will see my face and you will be able to follow me. Please subscribe, thumbs up, please thumbs up. That's a big part of this whole thing. Anyway, so what I was saying is I'm going to start making podcasts just like this about specific topics, specific things that happens to me in the mortgage industry. Hopefully this information is applicable to you and you're able to use it in some way, some form, somehow. This is just my honest, unedited opinion about the mortgage industry. So if I offend somebody, you earn it. I mean, this is the truth. Anyway, so I was saying, we were talking about, I have a borrower who he decided that he was gonna make his payment late. You see, one of them, the beauties, I guess, of refinancing your home is that you get to skip 2 mortgage payments. And what do I mean about you get to skip 2 mortgage payments? Wow, it's completely different now doing a podcast with a video in front of me. Things completely change. My mind is so much open when I am talking just to a microphone and that's it. But when I have a video in front of me recording me, things completely change. But anyway, I have to get used to this. This is important. So one of the beauties of refinancing your home is that you are able to skip 2 mortgage payments. And what do I mean with that is if you refinance your home today, like this month, the month of December, technically you're paying off the previous mortgage. So there's no reason for you to keep making a mortgage. There's no reason for you to make the December payment. Does that make sense? So you can skip December. Then the way that the mortgage industry is set up, you skip the first month, which would be January. That means that if you close a refinance or a home this month, your first payment is going to be on the month of February, so February 1st, right? So a lot of lenders, a lot of mortgage loan officers are going to use that as a selling tool. They're going to tell you, look, if we refinance, yes, we're lowering your interest rate. Yes, we're lowering your payments. Yes, we're removing the mortgage insurance. Yes, we're reducing the time of your mortgage. And on top of that, you're receiving 2, you get to skip up to 2 mortgage payments. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that wonderful? Well, a lot of people, saving like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, how much, I don't know, whatever amount of money you pay on your mortgage, that can be a big deal, especially in times of Christmas, which it really sucks. It's really pathetic, and I should make another podcast about like spending habits, Black Friday, Christmas, all this a bunch of stuff that was created for people, to be brainwashed and spend more money into holidays. Holidays by itself are like pathetic. But anyway, that's like I said, I'll make another podcast about that specific topic. So to skip 2 mortgage payments in those specific holidays like Christmas, for a lot of people that can be a big deal. Like that's wow. I mean, I get to save like $4,000, $6,000, whatever it is, right? So, but what happens if for whatever reason, like let's just say that your spouse is out of the country and you're not able to close that specific month? So what's going to happen now? Well, now you better make the mortgage payment. And believe it or not, if you're watching this December 3rd, 2019, right? Do you still have checks? Do you send checks over the mail? I mean, if you do, good for you, But I hope that you understand that when you put a check on the mail, if I put it right now at this moment, what time is it? Like almost midnight. It's not gonna get there tomorrow. Most likely it's not gonna get there in 2 to 3 days. It might get in 2 to 3 days. Now, most mortgage companies, they're not like waiting for the mail like, oh, come on. Oh, I got a check. Let's cash it out right now. No, dude, that thing is gonna sit there for a few days in a freaking desk. That's why Most of these big businesses tell you that a check will take 7 to 14 days to be processed, 7 to 15 days, 7 to 10 days. Because they don't even know. It's just a machine. Normally, a machine opens the envelope, takes the check, cashes the check, and it kind of comes first come, first serve sort of kind of thing, right? So, if you refinance your home, I can tell you one thing. Don't send a check on the freaking mail. Just don't. Call. That would be the second worst option, but at least you can call and do an electronic check, give your debit card, or figure out a way to make a payment today, right now. Because yes, it will be posting. Like, if the transaction is, let's see, I used to work for Wells Fargo in a credit card collections department. And when we would take a debit card payment over the phone, or even an electronic check that we call it, even though I'm making the transaction today, it will take 2 to 3 days for the transaction to be completed. However, you will receive credit as of today. Does that make sense? And what I mean with that is that you will receive credit as of today. Like, even though it takes 2 to 3 days for the funds to come out of your checking account, bank account, or whatever it is, the credit will show up that you made the payment today, December 3rd, 2019, which is a good thing, because one day can make a difference of getting a ding in your credit report saying that you're late, getting points out of your credit that you're trying to build up, or, getting a positive payment, which will improve your payment history, which eventually will improve your score, which eventually will allow you to get more credit and that kind of stuff, right? So they can make a huge difference. So anyway, this specific borrower decided, even though I told him, look, you gotta make the mortgage payment because we're not closing. There's no way we are closing this month. So you have to make a payment, and we're gonna skip the months of December and the month of January. You still get 2 months, and and your first payment is February 1st. Well, he didn't. Okay, it's my fault because I didn't follow up with him. Now I know better. Now I know that I need to harass my borrower and be like, dude, pay. If you can't pay, then give me your credit card. I'll pay for you somehow. I'll call saying that I'm you. No, that's fraud. What I say, that's not actually fraud. But I can help you. I'll call the IVR. I'll call the company and give them your credit card information. If you give me information, I'll conference the call. That way we can process the payment. The best way to do it, by the way, is go online. Come on, man, 2019, you can figure this out. Go online, go to your creditor website, and just make and process a one-time payment. That's it. Process a payment, same thing. It might take a few days for the money to come out of your bank account, but it doesn't really matter. Why? Because you will receive the credit as of today. Today would be the first, would be like if the payment was, they took the money as of today, if that makes sense, right? Anyway, so this specific borrower waited until the last moment, and then on December 1st, which is 2 days ago, he contacted me saying like, yeah, I just made the payment. So I called him back. He's like, what do you mean that you just made the payment? How do you make this payment? Well, I just put a check on the mail. I was like, you understand? What do you mean you put a check on the mail? Why would you put a freaking check on the mail when we talk about this? Anyway, I was like, look, we need to process a payment right now. You need to go online and make that payment right now. If there's any hope of us refinancing, you need to make that payment right now. Well, he didn't have access online. He wasn't computer savvy, whatever. I helped him. I reset his username, reset his password. We log in online. And for some reason, there was an error message that wouldn't let us make the payment online. So we had to call over the phone. And, it was late at night. There was no real life people. It was the IVR. This person specifically doesn't speak very good English. So it was an absolutely nightmare. Next day, he texted me saying, hey, if you have any questions, let me know. I asked him, because I was tired, by the way. I spent way too much time. I gave up. I was like, look, it's up to you. Really, it's up to you. You're the one who is benefiting from lowering the interest rate, lower your payment, skipping 2 month payments. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. You got to make that payment right now. If you can't make it right now, we're going to have a huge problem. So he didn't make the payment. So the next day, which is today, I had to talk to him and be like, look, well, I talked to him, to my in the mortgage industry, you don't really have a boss. You really don't really have like a director or a manager. Anyway, I just talked to the branch manager, let's put it that way, and he said, well, apparently they can use the excuse that there was an error message on the website, and maybe with that we're able to do something or accomplish something. But the reality is this: if that payment doesn't post right at this moment, there is no loan. The loan is dead. So I had to talk to him, call him back again. He had to call the mortgage company, process the payment, get the confirmation number. By the way, there's now a check on the mail going to a mortgage company. So now he has to go back to his bank, financial institution, to cancel that check, which, by the way, there is fees to cancel that check. And of course he's gonna whine about it, because he's gonna say, why do I need to pay these fees? I was supposed to be told this before, which I did. But of course, something I can tell you is that a lot of people really focus their attention, their time, talking about a problem. I could perfectly be like, look, I told you so. I told you needed to make the payment. I explained to you about the check thing, that you don't send checks to the mail. We go online. I explained to you about making the payment over the phone. I could talk about all this beautiful story that you want to picture it in any way, shape, or form. But the reality is that we won't be solving any problem. We won't be closing any loan by talking about the problem. So I was pretty honest with him. I just told him, yes, we found out on the 22nd of November that we needed to make a payment because we couldn't close for the reason that you already know. So anyway, to make this story short, is he finally processed the payment today. Tomorrow we're going to be pulling the credit report. If the credit report doesn't show any lates and it shows that the payment was processed, I'm going to say the chances of that happening is like 0.00000.1%, then we're good. We'll close and we have a loan. If the credit report shows that the payment was made late, which technically it was over 30 days from the due date, then we're screwed. That borrower used to spend $600, $500, whatever it was, for an appraisal for something that cannot be done for the next 12 months, most likely. I hope this helps. I don't know if this helps or not, but if you're thinking about skipping a mortgage payment, the moral of this story is, do not do that. Be late on your credit card payments. Be late on your car payment. Be late in anything else. Just don't be late in your freaking mortgage. I hope this information helps. Please subscribe. Follow me on the podcast. I will be updating things like this. I'm going to try my absolutely best to do it every day, even if it means just putting my wife's cell phone in front of my face like I'm doing right now, and just recording the podcast on Anchor. And once again, thank you so much for watching this. I hope that this helps. If you have any questions about the mortgage industry, if you want a specific episode made about a specific situation, about something that really bothers you, something that you really hate about the mortgage industry, now that means that you're not alone, and I might be able to help you. Thank you for watching this, and have a good evening. Talk to you guys tomorrow.